Oh, look at this shit. Okay, so everyone knows about that the woman that was freaking freaking out, and she was freaking out a little much. You know, I don't like when people freak out like over dramatic and shit like that. That shit's fucking weird, bro. Like she was wilding out. Like I would have fucking I don't know. I don't know. But she was. Now, you know what? So she was one lonely woman around like five black guys, whatever, big men, and she's pregnant. So I'll forgive it. I'll forgive it. But this motherfucker, this guy, this little jackass, this dude right here. Oops, moved the wrong picture. This guy right here, fucking doxed her, bro. Put her name up there. I think he even put her freaking address up there. Somebody put her address up there. Like the left was wilding out about this chick. Like they was putting her name, her address, saying she's a fucking Karen, she's a fucking racist, and blah blah blah. Well, now since the lady came out, well, her lawyer came out with fucking receipts and shit. Niggas like trying to walk everything back, trying to make everything look like it was nothing, like nothing happened. And this guy, he's the ultimate race hustler, bro. He does this shit all the time. And it's crazy that motherfuckers can just get away with fucking doxing people and shit. But it's TYT, it's the left. They can do whatever the fuck they want. So, after that, I think he deleted his original video too. But after that, never. Watch. He's trying to walk back, pretend like nothing happened because he knows that lawsuits are incoming because you can't just fucking go around just saying motherfuckers are racist and shit like that. Like you're attacking her character. I think you got a public stage like that. You can do that to public people. You can't do it to like. I mean, you can do it to like known people. You can't do that to like regular fucking citizens. Let's see what this man says.
Ago, after a video went viral of a worker in a healthcare system was going back and forth with a young black male about a bike. We reported on it. There is an update. Now, I want to provide proper context to this update.
He did not report on it. That's not okay. Motherfucker said he reported on it, right? It wasn't no report. It wasn't like here are the facts as they stand. It was here's my fucking opinion.
Remind you of the video. Here it is.
No, record it.
Sorry about that. I just remembered. My fucking headset. I fucking unplugged my headset with that jackass. I'm like, where's the sound?
Help me! Please help me! That's your bike. Please help me!
And look, right? You can see it right there. Hold up, let me go back a little bit. Let's go back a little bit. Let's go back.
Update. Let me remind you of the video. Here it is.
You see what that man's saying at right there? It looks like you know how they have the like the QR codes on the bikes, so you can fucking scan, close it out, open it up. Looks like he's trying to cover it up so she can't fucking close the bike out or something.
Record it. Help me! Please help me! That's your bike. Please help me! That's your bike.
Like, what's the point of him covering the thing up?
Please help me! Help! Please get off me! Please get off me!
Yo, don't take it, bro. Now you're not getting the bike, bro.
It's his. I'm gonna ask him. Stop fake crying. He's fake crying. Stop fake crying.
Hey, stop touching me. I don't touch you. Hold up. Hey, stop touching me. Stop touching me.
And if you hear the guy that came in the background, he's like, why don't you just reset your bike? The black dude's like, no, I'm not going to reset the bike. Why? Because you didn't activate the bike. Clearly, you didn't activate the bike. Because if it was such a big deal, and because like motherfuckers don't know, if someone takes that bike and they do whatever with it, you're liable for that bike. Like it's under your fucking name. And I think it's like $1,200 that you have to pay if you lose the bike or if something gets messed up with it. Like that's your fucking responsibility. You're like renting a car with the motherfucker. So if that, like, of course you wouldn't like just let the dude take that shit. That's crazy.
The hospital released a statement. They did put her on leave. The video was viewed more than 35 million times. The attorney is now saying the entire narrative was taken out of context. Let me provide to you the update, and I will opine.
The attorney is now proving that the whole narrative was bullshit. The narrative that you push, the narrative that the left pushed out. The attorney is dispelling those fucking myths, okay?
As well. So there's a new twist, should we say, in the viral city bike confrontation.
I don't even know who the hell said there's a new twist. There's not a new twist. It's not twisted up. The twist was y'all fucking calling this motherfucker racist and shit. That's the twist. The twist was you saying a fucking pregnant woman who just got off work is gonna rob a bunch of fucking black dudes. Get the fuck out of here.
They saw a New York City healthcare worker get into a heated argument with a group of young black men. Her lawyer said she did, in fact, pay for the bike and has the receipts to prove it. The 90-second clip, which has been viewed more than 35 million times since it was posted on May 13th, shows this healthcare worker, Sarah Comrie, straddling the two-wheeler as she argues with a man right next to her, claiming it's his. "Help me," she says. "Please help me," she yells. She can be heard shouting loudly as the video starts. So while many blasted the hospital and blasted the hospital worker for potentially putting the young man's safety at risk, her lawyer said Thursday that the entire incident is being taken out of context and his client is being bombarded with threats. Every part of that story is incorrect, he said. Starting with my client is not a racist. 2, my client did not take anyone else's bike, said lawyer Justin Marino. He pointed to receipts.
You can hear him, you know. You can. You smell that? Smell those lawsuits being printed out right now? Because they coming for his ass.
Comrie provided that NBC New York examined. They show a rental for a bike 560-3915, which lasted just 1 minute. Freezing the now viral video, it shows that the code on the bike she and the other man are feuding about says 560-3915.
That's your ass, boy. There it is. That's your ass. Fucking idiots, bro. Like these people, they honestly think their audience is stupid. And their audience might just be fucking stupid. Okay? Does anybody just listen to this and then just go off and just be like, "Oh yeah, did you hear about that Karen who stole the black man's bike? Yeah, she was pregnant. She was trying to steal there was 5 black guys around her. She was trying to steal their bike. She was a pregnant white woman, little pregnant white woman, surrounded by black guys, trying to steal that bike. Can you believe that? It's crazy." Yes, that sounds fucking insane. It sounds fucking stupid. What the on its face, you shouldn't believe that, but TYT's audience, bro.
NBC New York did reach out to City Bike to confirm the rental. And they would do this to make sure it's not some kind of phony receipt. And if anyone else reserved it around that time to see if there's possibly a good faith basis for both arguments. But the company did not respond immediately. The attorney said it's not possible for someone else to have a reservation for that same bike, saying Comrie's receipt confirms the bike she was on was rented by her. The video ends with Ms. Comrie getting on another bike, which her lawyer has a receipt for as well, proving she rode that one home. The men in the video have not yet been identified. I do encourage them to be transparent about their particular point of view. The NYPD reiterated Thursday there were no 911 calls. There was no report of any incident. And if anyone believes they were in fact a victim, they should come forward to local authorities. So let me contextualize this properly, okay? Naturally,
Let me contextualize this properly. This man doxed. This man fucking defamed this woman because he wanted to get in on the race hustler grift, okay? Say a bunch of stuff, rile black people up, or rile people up because no one likes racism, right? Just get them worked up. You get the clicks and views, and then when you're wrong, you still get clicks and views because people will look at this and be like, "The fuck is this dude talking about? Let me make a reaction video to this dumbass." Now I'm contributing to it, right? But that's all they do. They know they're wrong. I guarantee you they know they're wrong.
reported on the viral video as the facts were presented at that time. By the time we reported on this video, well, there was no actual statement yet.
And this man says, when we reported on the video, there was no statement from the other side. Motherfucker, you called her racist. What evidence did you have? You doxed her. What evidence do you have? What are you talking about? Yeah, she's racist. Why? Because, she's a black woman arguing with a black man. That's... Do you need any more?
From the other side, the hospital had a statement at that time, and they were troubled by what they saw as well. So were we. Now, if
the hospital wasn't troubled about what they saw, that's not what happened. You motherfuckers blew that shit up. That's what happened. And the hospital just had to respond because everything was happening. Like it just did the rounds on the internet. So they just had to respond. The hospital didn't give a fuck.
this is true, which confirmation is still pending, still trying to find the individuals who are part of this narrative on the other side. If it is true, it does prove, in my...
Look at where his hand is. Look at where the boy's hand is. It's covering the QR code. Why would he be covering the QR code? You think it's to prevent her from renting the bike? Like maybe he's covering it because he's like, oh, she's just going to get on and she's going to try to claim the bike. You can't do that. You got to end your ride and then she can claim the bike. Stupid.
That Ms. Comrie had a good faith belief that she, in fact, had a right to the bike. But that doesn't mean the young men did not. It doesn't mean they did not have a good faith belief that the bike was not hers. That part of the story is important too. Yelling.
He didn't have a good faith belief that the bike was not hers because they were trying to steal it from her. Did you know what happened? They would have rolled off.
Help me. When there's a conflict over a bicycle, in the middle of the street, and there's a young black male next to you, that could be a very dangerous situation for something that's basically a civil dispute.
It's not a civil dispute. They were clearly trying to rob this lady. Rob her? Or the bike. Whatever. I'm going to just say rob. Because it was her property at that moment. She was renting it. It wasn't a civil dispute. They were trying to commit a crime. And then he said, if I'm not mistaken, he said if it was the other way around and the men were trying to take it from the woman, that would be considered robbery, right? That's his exact words. He's like, it would be considered robbery if it was the other way around. This lady tried to rob these boys. Now what? Now it's a civil dispute. Yeah.
So while I will absolutely continue to update the story as the facts prevail, I will say there's a wisdom to being civil in all cases. To those who...
Being civil, calling someone a fucking racist and a Karen, which is a racist slur because motherfuckers call white people Karen. My girlfriend is a fucking leftist and I hate it. And she called I called this black person Karen. I was like, yo, this lady's a fucking Karen. She's like, no, black. And she was like, Karens is just it's just white people. I'm like, bro, that's racist as fuck.
Who have been, let's say, threatening to this young lady, I would never condone that under no circumstance.
Yeah, you just make it easier to help her. Make it easier to do by doxing the fucking woman, right?
At all. Physical violence is not your answer whatsoever. Any gains you
Here's how it is. It's like, hey, this guy Richie, whatever his fucking name is, I don't know what fucking dumbass name is. Uh, he does stuff to children. He lives at 28th and 2nd Street. But they do nothing. I don't condone any violence against him. He's a horrible person. But no violence. All right. This guy is a piece of shit. He's evil. But man, this is his full name. This is where he works. But don't do anything. Fucking idiot.
make because of physical violence are
Piece
not
of shit,
sustainable.
for real, bro.
Only the gains you make through righteous actions are. To the young men who are involved in this now very national narrative, according to the last report, they cannot be identified. Naturally, we know somebody knows who they are, and they know who they are.
Oh, why don't you search them down? Look them up. Yeah. You know somebody knows who they are, right? Somebody knows who they are. How about you go do the work to go find those boys? Just like you did the work to fucking dox this woman.
If you feel as if it is necessary in order to place your side on the table and you are authentic about your belief that this was your bike, speak up. And to the company.
They won't speak up because they tried to rob them. Hey, criminals. Speak up. Come on. Come out.
The company, well, listen, at some point, naturally, you got to provide the goods. The attorney is going on national news. He's saying that these confirmations are there. News outlets are reaching out. We do expect a full update as far as what actually transpired. And lastly, as I said before, her good faith belief does not negate their good faith belief that they were in the right too.
This is how he's not even trying to, like, he's walking it back, but then be like, oh, but black people do no wrong. Fuck out there.
Right. Why
And it's not a good faith belief. It was her fucking bike, you piece of shit.
thoughts here?
You know, this is a story that's near and dear to me as a native New Yorker. I try to tell people that there's a level of discernment that kind of comes with being a New Yorker, right? You are interacting and dealing with so many people every single day. You need to learn who's who and what's what. I think that's why there was such a viral nature of the Jordan Neely situation on the train, where that young man was killed for
Another situation where motherfuckers don't know what's happening. They just fucking talk. They just see one still shot or one little clip of video and they're like, oh, racism.
basically no reason. Most New Yorkers can understand when somebody poses an actual threat and somebody who's just being loud. This lady, you know, being in the middle of the street, a crowded street, and saying, oh my God, help me. Nobody's falling for that. You know what I mean? For the most part, nobody's falling for that. So I'm glad everybody was able to get out of this unscathed.
No one's falling for that, or you guys are now too fucking pussy to do shit to help people. That's why that Marine who choked out the fucking piece of shit in the subway was getting all that shit, because you guys are too fucking pussy to stand up or help anybody. That's what's happening. You guys don't give a fuck about people anymore. Claim you do, but you fucking don't.
Because yes, there is a certain level of, you know, this could escalate quite quickly. But I think most New Yorkers take a pride in understanding.
Being fucking pussies is not helping out your fellow neighbor. That's what you take pride in. That's what you fucking vote for. That's why your self-defense laws are shit.
the difference between your physical safety being at risk and
Yeah.
people disputing over a goddamn city bike.
It's not
Yeah. I mean, if some
disputing over a fucking city back. It's not a goddamn dispute. She was being fucking robbed, and these guys are just pieces of shit, bro. But that's it. That's it. That's all. These guys, like, I don't get it. I really don't. I don't understand how people today are like, and there's still so many people falling for this bullshit ass racism everywhere shit. Okay, you have too many instances of these fucking stories coming out, and then the evidence coming out and showing that nothing racial was happening. There was no racism in anything. But these guys still make money. These guys still get views from all these fucking idiots who just believe anything that they see on fucking TV. It's truly annoying because it's like they're trying to do it because they think that black people are fucking stupid. They just think and sometimes it's just like, maybe black people are just fucking stupid because